All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a little bit more of code, day 21. I finished yesterday. There was a simple off by one. I think I can show it here. It's like these numbers were slightly off, and I needed to add I think this. I don't remember if I did or didn't need to change it, but yeah, mostly these numbers were wrong. And changing those printed it right, and then I did the regex thing of yesterday, and I checked for the monsters, and counting the hashes is fairly simple. I'll write a proper solution later. I can't be bothered to do that right now. I saw Dennis's solution. It was a fuck ton of if statements, and I'm not going to do that right now. Let me see if I can quickly grab his to show what he did. Day 20. Yeah, this. I mean, if it works, right? Which is fine. This is probably what I'm going to do as well. It's fairly naive. So we're going to do day 21 now. Let's see. You reach the train last stop and closest you can get to your vacation island without getting wet. There aren't even any boats here, but nothing can stop you now. You build a raft. You just need a few days worth of food. You don't speak the local language, so you can't read any ingredient list. However, sometimes allergens are listed in a language you do understand. Huh. Sure, that works. You start by compiling a list of food, which is your puzzle input. Only one food per line. One food per line. Each line includes that list's ingredient list, followed by some or all of the allergens. Wait, some? Huh. Each allergen is found in exactly one ingredient. Each ingredient contains 0 or 1 allergen. Allergens aren't always marked. Oof. When they're listed as in contains nuts, shellfish. Aren't always marked. The ingredient that contains each listed allergen will be somewhere in the corresponding ingredients list. However, even if it's not listed, it could still be present. And maybe forgot to label it, or it was labeled in a language you don't know. Okay. First food in the list has 4 ingredients. Though the food contains other allergens, a few allergens it should definitely contain are dairy and fish. The first step is to determine which ingredients can't possibly contain any of them. Okay. How many times do any of those ingredients appear? Wait. Counting the number of times any of these ingredients appear in any ingredients list produces 5. They all appear once except which appears twice. How many do any of those ingredients? That's a... So it's 5, yeah. So this is our inputs. So we're gonna have words until we get a contains, and then the next words will always be that. So interesting. So you know that 2 of these must contain either of these, and these are dairy. So there must be one that is in both of these, which is you. So we know that you contain dairy. So that's like, just think about the logic here. Count if soy boy. So we know that one isn't an ingredient. So we know that fish isn't 2 of these, and we need to find the common ground, which is this one. And then we know this is empty, and there's nothing here, but it still might contain an allergen. How do you know that? It's like, do mention that all allergens are listed once, right? The ingredient that contains each listed allergen will be somewhere in the corresponding ingredient list. Ingredient that contains each list. Wait. Ingredient contains each list will be somewhere in the corresponding ingredient list. Yeah, so that basically means that if it's here, it will be in here. But my question is, how I'm allergic to some dust or some other stuff. I think I have hay fever. I think that's about it. So not very. That would be my idea. The only issue is, so you, even if this is empty, so you can delete these, so you have this, but there's no contains, but you don't know if it's empty, because it could always be an allergen that's unmarked, but I'm guessing that's just not what they want. Is there, and it's not listed in line 4. Yeah, exactly. So this contains dairy. We know that, and it's not listed here. So the idea is, I assume that they don't have what I'm worried about, because otherwise it would be unsolvable. But yeah, that's the way you would go about it. Say, hey, this one contains dairy and this one contains dairy. So you do a set. You check what's the overlap. So you do what's the, not union, it's the overlap of these two sets, which is going to be this line. And if it's length 1, you know that there's only one option. So you remove that from everything. You know it's dairy. And then you can do the same for fish. And what you basically do is you go over every single list. So if I do fish here, I get these 3. If I overlap it with you, I get both of these, which means I should leave it for now. So I basically say, hey, just find an ingredient that is that only has one possibility, because you need that to start removing things. The only other option is if you have, Well, the thing that you could do is you could check for dairy, then set those all together. Yeah, I think there are some things you can do to be slightly more clever here. Like, say if you have ABC as ingredients, and you have ABC and AXY and BXY, and X and you know that there's 2 allergens in both, and they're the same, then they must be what's overlapping between the 2. Which is X and Y. The only issue then is, like, can one ingredient list contain multiple foods that have the same allergen? I don't know. I'm guessing you could, but I'm also guessing that's not the case here. No, each allergen is found in exactly 1 ingredient. Each ingredient contains 0 or 1 allergen. Okay. So that fixes that. The only other thing I want to know is if every single possible allergen is listed somewhere. I'm going to assume yes. God. What? That's a lot of freaking things, man. Okay, I'm not entirely sure my solution will work here. Contains Dutch. I wish it did. Anyway, let's just roughly start parsing this. Which one is an apple? I'm not entirely sure. So we're gonna need an ingredient list. So that'll be like so we have a struct. It'll be a recipe. And it'll be, we'll have a vector string I don't want to spell it out. I'll have a vector string of so allergies. So now we just need to so this should do what I think it should do, which is print out every single separate word, and then I can check for this contains, and then I know that I'm done. So so we'll have a recipe. Actually, should make that a capital. So we'll have a recipe, and Identifier R, there we go. What kind of person who's allergic to everything goes to a country where they can't speak or read the language? No. It's he wants to figure out what the ingredients are from the allergens list. He's not allergic. He just wants to figure it out that way. And then what I can do is so here we do that. So we'll do if s.compare. So we know that it'll always be this word contains, which is good, because then we can check against that. And then we'll have a, I don't know, vector of there we go. Be our cookbook. There we go. Be our cookbook. Hey there, reality. Right at the start for once. Well, maybe I shouldn't have slept in so much. Let's see. We'll do cookbook dot pushback recipe. I just started. I'm just doing the IO input right now. Recipe equals recipe. Let's see. So once we were past this, I need to basically so I need to do a while. So we're gonna do another push. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Let's see. So we'll do another, which is like is s. So we don't need that. And what I can do is if. Today's much better than the past few days. Yeah, I'm thinking today will be very similar to the that other day where we had to mix and where we had to match the right number to like the ID in the ticket. That one. I think it'll be sort of similar to that. Yesterday for me was just a whole mess of rotation and keeping track of what was what in my mind. I think the day before that it was kind of fun though. Let's see. I want to check for the last character in S, so we do s.s.length -1 dot. No, it needs to be equal to a u. If that's true, we break, and we also should break out of this, and then yeah, we can carry on to the next one. Because every x is a string, so we know this is the end. All I need to do here is then actually do, we'll need to, no, we need to slightly different. Basically what I can do here is do recipe.al.pushback s. And here I need to push back without this one there. So that'll be s.substring. Yesterday was a day for people to enjoy NP rotate 90 and flip. Yeah, that would be great. If I did this, I actually thought about doing yesterday in ImageJ in my image processor, which would made things like rotating extremely easy, but it would have made a few other things a lot more annoying. Yeah, see, you people are lazy because you do everything in C++. Sorry, in Python, of course. So we want to do substring from 0 to s.length, which is an offset, by the way, but in this case it doesn't matter, so we do -2. And then what I can do is we just make sure that we did everything correctly, and so I do very simple for recipe R in cookbook or string s do next AOC and x. I think someone did it in day one. R.ing. I think someone did day one in Exapunks. Also, if you want to see Exapunks, vote for it on my Discord. I'll be Rolling. Oh, well, rolling. I'll be choosing the games later today. Fucking no, I'm not gonna do it in dialogue. Screw that shit. Fist. There we go. Not sure why there's an extra comma. Oh, yeah, I know why. There we go. Dialogue. Oh, it's dialogue, clearly. Come on. Yeah, so, well, we can quickly check it against our input. It should be, you know. It still looks like there's an extra empty thing there, which is a bit annoying. I'm not sure why. Nor should that... Is there an empty allergen here? Oh, no, I know why. It should always do this. Very funny. Yeah, because there'll be a comma at the end otherwise, so just do this. There we go. I voted, but the amount of people with god-awful taste among your viewers is too high. That I agree with. Is Nep still on top? Oh, of course it'll be. Ugh. What's wrong with you people? What's wrong with you people? You know this isn't democracy, right? I can just ignore what people voted for and just do, I don't know, the top three the top three of people that actually have taste. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to actually make this a set. So, thankfully that makes this like inserts. Fucking syntax differences, man. Allergens. Sure, since they're going to be unique anyway, it's better to make it a set because we're not going to care about indexes and stuff like that in the end anyway. All right, so now we got to do what we did before as well, just kind of reduce this. So what I want to do is I want to take an allergen, and then I want to take, I want to take every single recipe that has that allergen, and then do the set. So what I want to do is a vector of sets, and then just yeah, just so we do make a whole bunch of sets. How come Mike and Krebs spam more in your chat? What do you mean? Spam? They don't spam in my chat. You mean of the leaderboard below my stream? Let's see. So I think would best like keep a vector of sets of string. Nice. Which will be let's call it this way. So this will be relevant. I'm terrible at naming these things. So let's actually make a list of all allergens. So we'll have a list of like all allergens. So this will be a set of a set of string of allergens. So then I can actually always insert this. So allergens dots insert. So always do this. Pretty sure it actually is already smart enough to do that on its own, but hey. So this will allow us to keep a list of all allergens. So what I could do is actually just do for string allergy in allergens. I think I can iterate through sets like that. Yeah. And then what I can do is... This will be very inefficient. I'm sure you can do this in like a not horribly complex way like I'm doing here, but not well. So then what I do is for recipe R in cookbook, if r.al.contains bind. Is it like cpp sets set? I think I just need to do the standard find thingy, which is dot find allergy does not equal r.all.end, because end is an empty marker. So if it's found, we do relevant dot insert pop, right? Push back r. There we go. Oh, it wants a set, right? So it should be the ingredients. There we go. Did you vote for? He probably voted for NepNep. I know Gnafol's a degenerate. Everyone in my goddamn Discord is a degenerate. Why do people like it's like, if you knew anything about me, you know that I would never voluntarily play NepNep. Alright, so now we have for this allergy we've got all the ones that have it, and now I want to union them all. So CPP sets intersection, yeah, so sets intersection. Can I do multiple? No, you have to do multiple. One, and they have to be there. Ugh. I put it there. I didn't expect people to vote for it. Damn it. You're the degenerate who doesn't want to play it. It would be so bad if I did. Fuck that, I'm not doing it. No. The chance. Okay, if I do a NepNep stream, it'd be like fucking one. I refuse to do multiple. No, I want to do one that has like multiple. Set vector. No. I want to know if there's an easy way to do multiple. I don't think there is. Yeah. Ah, well. Let's see. So we'll have a set string, which is intersection, and then we'll do for, which should actually equal the first one. Tried doing today with set intersection, but then I've seen the light of day. Wait, how would you not do it with the set intersections? That's what be my approach. Let's see. You'll see once you see my code. Probably. There's a slightly annoying thing here, because I can't just do for. Oh no, what I can do is for so for in relevance if intersection dot lang size. If it's empty, then we initialize it. So we do set intersection of. Oh fudge! I would need to have like the second one here. I think it doesn't work that way. Crud. I could make a vector out of it. Actually, no, see, I'm doing something wrong. See, sorry, relevant is already a set of these, so that's fairly simple. Yeah, so just do, I'm just being stupid. Set intersection of relevant 0 dot begin, comma relevant 0 row end, comma, just copy this, comma, intersection. I really wish it would freaking prefer and now we'll do this slightly different. I really wish it'd prefer your own variables over anything else. So we actually got the first two, so I just basically start from that. Does there always have to be two? No. If there's only one, we skip it? Yeah, because I will get that. Because like there's only one that contains soy. Oop. And we know that SQJHC is fish. And we know that that is soy then. Yeah, so what we do is so we do if relevant dot size is 1. Let's do under 2. Continue. Just do the next allergen. Don't care. One thing I should do is probably have a map of food that have the allergen so I know when I'm done. Map string, and then let's find let's do food. So this will be combinations. This will be a food allergen, since we always know there's only one combination like this. So what I can do now is now we do if relevant size is over 2 for int I equals 2, I is less than relevant dot size I plus plus. We do set string intermediate results, just so we actually do this proper, and this will be intersection. I don't know if I can do this immediately in here because I think it might overwrite some stuff, so it should be a bad idea. You should be I, so you should start at 2, and then if the size is 3, then after it'll be 3 and it should break. Yeah. And then we do intersection equals intermediate. There we go. And then here, what we now have is that intersection has all the ingredients that are shared between all things. So what I can do is if intersection dot size equals 1. We found one. We got it. So now what I can do is I can do combinations equals equals allergy, and this should be like intersection dot begin. This should be an iterator. Second. Let's see. Set get CPP get only item in set. I googled this before. Auto first. Yeah, that's what I know. I've got an iterator. Oh, do I just need to dereference it, right? Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I think this works. We can just do a count. Count. And then what I need to do is I need to remove it from all the other ones. So why are you not like doing this? Yeah, there we go. So then I need to do, I need to remove it from everything because we know we found this one and we know we got it. So, oh, what I could do is I could actually fill everything already with all possible foods. So just like a set string foods. And then we can check which foods do not have anything yet. Yeah, that's actually a pretty alright idea. Here we go. And then I can do here for string foods combinations of food equals empty string. So now I can check this to see if there's, and so now I can see which ones like don't have any allergens in them, which is pretty good. So now what I can do is I can go through every single recipe. So I have to do for recipe in cookbook. And then I need to do r dot ingredients dot remove, delete. Yeah. Set erase, that's the one. New erase, which is going to be let's actually get this proper dereference here so we don't have to bother with this. There we go. Erase food and r.al.erase allergy. And that should be it. And then now what I should do is check if we need to break at all. So basically what I need to do if all allergies have something. So I could actually get a map string reverse combinations. And then I kind of do this, but instead I do allergy and allergens. I can basically check if any of these are empty, and they'll be small, so that's not really relevant. So I can do that here at the end. For and let's see, bool done equals false or true, and then I basically do actually do like there we go. And then so we do done equals true, and then for string allergy, so it should be pair string p in reverse combinations. If p dot second dot compare equals 0, done equals false, and we can break. There we go. So if any of them are not defined yet, we are not done yet. So done is false. All right, so let's see what happens. Illegal declaration. Set intersection is erroring. Oh, Jesus Christ, just tell me where the error is. Oh, fucking C++, man. There we go. So it is that intersection that's failing. Begin.end, begin.end. Shouldn't this work? Do I really need to do plus that? No way, right? Yeah, including the element pointed by 1, but not by last, which is end. So why does it not work? Legal indirection. Wait, do I need to give you... Yeah, that's why. As I thought. I need to... Fucking pointers, man. All that this does, actually, it gives you an iterator, which is just a fancy pointer, basically. Still not working. Why not? Why are you still not working? What? You should be, yeah, you should be fine if you're empty. Do you need to get some stuff pre-allocated? No. Give me a Stack Overflow thingy. There we go. Oh, that's what I needed to do. Yeah, I forgot about that. If it's an empty thing, you need to give it like a special iterator, which is this, and it's really goddamn annoying. So now it should work. There we go. Sort of work, he says. Oh, yeah, Metro. Maybe do that. Imagine messing up the part that isn't actually needed. What? I think we may have discovered that MKV is dairy. So shouldn't that be removed from everything? No, there we go. And now it errors out. Ah, I think I know why. Yeah. So now, fight like a dairy farmer. So what we just did is, so we, well, actually, we can just look at it here. So we've removed fish and removed dairy. We just have soy left. That's strange. So, let's see. Oh yeah, so what I need to do is do if the relevant size is 1. Wait, no, so relevant size should be all of them that have it, right? So you're the... No, there's multiple that have it, but only one that has it marked. Ah, that's the issue. So what I can do is do... if relevant size is 0, so it's 1 or 0. So we can do if is 1, if relevant 0 dot size equals 1, then we know that there's one allergen and one intergredient, so that's perfect. So we can just kind of do this again. And this will be relevant 0 dot 0. Yeah, 0 again. Why is it not working? Let me see. So relevant is a set of strings. Oh yeah, and then we need to get the first item there, which is a U, which is dot begin. So we do and a pointer to dereference it. There we go. Identifier relevant is on a what? It's right here, kid. Means I'm missing a bracket somewhere. Yeah. See? I think you're superfluous. Let me check that. You close that. You close that. Immediately that. And then, yeah, you are. And then at the end, I continue. Yeah, because we don't need to do anything else. So this should now exit as well. It doesn't. That's strange. Because in theory... Oh, yeah, so we need to do this as well. Which I can do right here. Yeah, break is not needed here. And done is true, Nitro. There we go. So now we have this all is identified properly, and now we just need to get the answer. Which ingredients can't possibly contain any of the allergens? So that'll be everything that's left in our recipes. And then I just need to get a set of that, right? So what do we do at the end? So I do like set answer for... So we have a for recipe R in cookbook. For string S in r.ing, answer dot insert S, and then I wanna first of all, don't do that, and this should be the answer. How about you read the answer again? Yeah, don't think about it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's in total when they appear. So, so yeah, that'll just be int answer. There we go. There we go. Initialize local variable answer used. Oh, doesn't make sense. It should be 5. And 5 is the answer. Well, let's try with our puzzle input. You found law 1, just sesame. That's not right. First of all, you shouldn't be launched. I think I just exit out way too quick. Well, first of all, I should do combinations allergy equals food. What a clusterfuck. Oh yes, I agree. I also know a better way to do this, so we don't even need to do this here. I should do the checking elsewhere, but I can just do an else. So here we go, do if relevant size. Yeah, and here we go, if else. Next, sorry, we can remove the continue and just do an else. So then I know I need to do all this checking. Wait, where do you... There we go. Hey, this is awful, I agree. My coding really hasn't been all that good lately. It's kind of sad. So now, this is the looping over all the allergens, and now what we can do is we can check reverse combinations, see if anything are done lately or ever. No comment. Oh, if it's... No, see, this was right. If it's... Yeah, my bad. Yeah, done is true, done is false, and then... Yeah. And break, so we need to do that. Natural right now, colorized, oh no. Thank you. There we go. A right answer. Now if you isolated the inert ingredients, you'd have enough information to figure out which ingredient contains which allergen. Arrange the... Wait, what? Alphabetically by their allergen and separate them by commas to produce your canonical dangerous ingredients list. This is the first time I think I've had a string answer, but this is easy. This is very, very easy because I already have all my... Wait, you need to sort them alphabetically by their allergen. Oh, that's annoying. Oh god. So I need to get a vector, sort that vector. So we do a vector of string allergy for oh, that's fairly easy to do though. So we just need to get gold star invincibility music. Now this one's fairly easy because we already have this map. So now we just need to sort it and then map it back. Sort, which is great because I actually have to do some uni stuff today. S. And then I need to CPP string vector. Matching writing code for P2. Of course I'm going to do that. I assume it also works on strings, right? Yep. And now I basically make a string answer 2. And then I do for string allergy in sorted allergy. It's actually sorted allergies, but who cares? And then I basically answer 2 plus equals reverse combinations allergy plus count answer 2. There we go. You're just losing it. Well, to be fair, there's a lot of white space and useless crap in here. Like, this is way more complicated than it needs to be. Trust me, it's awful. It's truly awful. Oh yeah, I'm also including like a fuck ton. No, I deleted it in Hamster. I manually removed that if you were paying attention. In theory, I could do it. Let's do it the proper way here. Answer dot substore 0, answer 2 dot length -1. There we go. Now you get the answer without a comma. I also shouldn't misspell my things. There we go. Wanna time it? This will be so fucking slow. It's awful. Truly awful. Like, the way I really don't want to time this. So it'll be really bad. Like, really, really bad. I suspect this will be... we don't count the I/O, we just count the processing. I am like 100% sure that this will be a second or so. I'll remove the other stuff though, the counting of lines. But that's Jesus Christ. What's taking so long though? It feels like there's the delay before it actually does something. Today's Google suggests me to translate even from Vietnamese to English. It doesn't surprise me that much. So it's 300 milliseconds. First of all, do this, and I need to do it in release mode. So it actually is fast. It'd probably be quite a lot faster. I'm gonna like 20. Oh, well, 8 milliseconds. I'll take that. I'll take that. Day 21 for that bronze medal. Because I think Aftish and Hamster already did this. Look, if your solution is correct, it doesn't matter how ugly the puzzle is. Sorry, this is the method is, yeah. Oh look, another bronze. I could have gotten gold here, but yeah. It was a sad day. Let's see what you do. Oh look, you actually have white space. Wait, what the fuck is Hopcroft crap? Wait, what? So this is parsing. What is coral? Correlation? This is a dict, right? Yeah, it's a dict. Wait, so what are you doing here? So what is your ingredients? Resplits. So that should be a list of lists, right? J is not in Coral keys. What? Coral? See, Coral's empty. So for all ingredients, you do for the ingredient there. So that's J is your ingredient. If J is not there already, you do allergy I. Oh, that's all possible allergies that any ingredient might have. Ah, I see. Yeah, I see what you're doing. Yeah. If it's already there, then you copy it, and then for K and allergies of K not in temp, you append it. Yeah, you append basically the allergy. And then you use Hopcraft, and that's, can I call this cheating? I'm just gonna call it cheating. Takes input a bipartite graph, but is output a maximum cardinality matching on a set of as many edges as possible with the property that no two edges share an endpoint. It runs in OEV. That's really fast. It's kind of fast. In the case of dense graphs, the time bounds becomes that's still, and 2.5 could be worse. Probably better than mine though. Interesting. So this is basically, yeah, I'm not gonna read too much into bipartite graphs, but this is basically what we have here. Did you Google this or did you think of it yourself? And this, like, is really nice about Python. I know I saw a few other days where people just said, here, I can just implement this already ready-made algorithm, it just does it for me. And you just need to do some molding of your inputs. I googled that such algorithm exists. How would you Google for that though? So I guess you could find like I am not entirely sure how I would even start Googling for this because I never learned about these things. You probably do stuff like if you mention like bipartite graph and you want matching, you probably will instantly find this. But I wouldn't know that it would be a bipartite graph. Which is not a very difficult concept. It's fairly easy. Yeah. Yeah, two disjointed independent sets U and V so that every edge connects a vertex to U and V. So basically everything is connected to something else in the other set and not to itself. Is a graph that does not contain odd length cycles because you'll never terminate here because you can always go to another one. Additive graphs, indeed. To be fair, there's a lot of different types of graphs, but this is a neat way, I guess. It's a bit lazy. I like my approach because I thought of it myself, but I'm still, you know, this is a smart way of doing it. Because you realize that it is a bipartite graph and you can apply this algorithm, or you can Google for that. I guess 21. Afdish, you're done. Where's your code? After I implemented, I realized there are only 8 allergens. Yes, which is why my solution is still super duper fast. I can solve it manually. You're done. Yeah. Yeah, this you can do this manually. It's not very complicated, I guess. So what does this even, like, what does this day test for? Fuck me, I can't even find the days anymore because of this weird ordering. My code is boring. I assume it's fairly similar to mine, just a naive solution. Because the thing is, you only have like, yeah, 8 allergens, and every allergen only has 1 ingredient. So you kind of look for how would you do this manually with intersections? Because that's the thing where my solution is very fast, is because you have these large sets, so you need to find the intersections between them. But I guess you could look for every single one that has fish, and then separate those out, and then find the one that are similar. But how would you do that? Huh? Day 22, you're suffering from food poisoning while a sea monster. I'll look at it anyway. Why not? You know, I assume it's very similar to mine. There we go. Yeah, naive. Yeah, it's very similar to mine. It's a lot cleaner though because, well, 1, it's Python. Other 2, it's probably better. Yeah, a set intersection. This is so much nicer to do. Ugh. How can you really read code that fast? General idea. You're just pretending. I'm not pretending. I'm just saying that, hey, I'm seeing sets. Ergo, the method is probably similar to mine. I would have to read through it much more detailed to actually know what you're doing, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same. Because this is just input parsing. So how do you do that? I'm working on Hamster's idea. I mean, that's just importing a graph solver, or do you mean like actually implementing the algorithm that they mention here? Like this. Yeah, the graph solver. Yo, you want it visualized. Ah, I see. God. How would you even... So you have a fuck ton of ingredients. What you would do, she would have a group of vertices, as here, you know. Basically do, what is it, by parts? Like, do something like this. So you have U, which is a recipe, and then you have lines connecting the same ingredients together, and then you have like a... I don't know. Yeah. You would... Yeah, you could do something like have a recipe with all the ingredients, mark where they're together. That's the wrong stuff there, yeah. Because you would like something like a recipe which would have the what is it called, vertices and something. Yeah, so you have the vertices here, here, and here. Have a line directing them, and you can have like something like the allergies shown above them, and then you, I don't know. It's a bit of a slightly more complex thing there to show. Yeah, so if you have an allergy, then you do a set intersection of all of them that have it, and then you set union, set subtraction, I think. Not my commands for sets in Python are a bit rusty. Yeah, so this is just any... allergen minus have allergen. Yeah, so you subtract all the recipes that have one. Causes a lot of garbage that I fix. And oh well, it's better than freaking what I wrote. I mean, come on, look at this. However, like, all this code is like this here, this one line. Of course, it uses union command, frickin' commie. Hey, you're a commie too there, kid. I get to unify some code here. It's a lot of extra checks, but I'm still not entirely sure about some operands. So like this, can I combine this into a single AND check? Oh, actually, I can remove this outer check now. Nah, actually, yeah, I can slightly do that. Nah, I could probably redo this quite easily. My input parsing is also quite ugly. It's really disgusting. Anyway, it's done. It's 2 in the afternoon. I am going to record a presentation for my final class of the year, for 1.5 credits, and then I'm gonna do shopping, because I need something to survive off of besides student cheap sausages, which I can't do all day. I'll stream something tonight. Don't know what. It's Monday, right? Maybe I'll do a world tour. I need to look up some board games. Yeah, Knackwurstjes. I bought a few. I use them with like mustard and some other stuff. I usually do them as like an easy lunch when I'm busy, but I didn't have anything else yesterday, so I just ate that for dinner. It was sad as hell, and I don't want to do it again because I'm out of bread as well. So I just have like just sausages. That's all I have for dinner. Fucking students, man. Nitro Core Terraforming Mars 1. Ironically, I actually need to look up a board game. Because my mother asked what I wanted for Christmas, and I would like a board game. I just need to figure out which one. So I'm probably going to go on Board Game Geek or whatever the site is and look at the top board games. Because I played some stuff at Worms, but... I mean, no matter what, I think it'll arrive after Christmas because I'm a bit late. Gloomhaven. It needs to be something my girlfriend enjoys as well. I was thinking about Wingspan, but I think she kind of burned down on that game because her father is obsessed with it. Anyway, no matter. That was Advent of Code. Well, I guess I could quickly take a look at the subreddit if there's anything special. Because you have months. No, I don't. It's kind of neat. That's pretty neat. Day 20, part 1, 30 minutes, part 2. Nope. Not gonna do it. One hour and then 23. I assume the guy took a break in between. Like, I can't imagine that he actually did it. It took me, I did it this morning. I mean, let's see, we can go to leaderboard. Yeah, look at that. Only 300 people haven't yet completed part 2, but there's 5,000 people. Yeah, it almost has more gold stars. Look at Aftershare. Hey, nice. I'm looking forward to seeing your graphs. They're always neat. Now what I can do is private leaderboard, view, and then I can go here. And it show here. This was here, day 20. Took me over 24 hours. Wait, over 24? Oh, part 2, yeah. Because it took me more than a day, because I did it this morning. Still getting 16 points there, though. How many people are actually still doing this? I actually have time now, but I haven't done it since day 2. Well, you can take a look here. So it's Aftish, me, Hamster, and Dennis who are still keeping up proper. Stimmar's been doing a lot of days. I think Nyx has also fallen by the wayside. We'd still talk about it daily in my Discord. And I've been doing the streams every single day as well. Oh god, I can't wait for at the end of the 25 days it will show how many hours have you streamed in the past month? Few hundred. How many days have you streamed? 30 out of 30. Great. But the thing is, this year was fairly easy. Oh wow, it actually took me the shortest amount of time. Look at these losers. Taking more than 3 minutes for their part 2s. Pathetic. Truly pathetic. Mr. I can do it manually as well. Well, I can do it faster. But yeah, almost every single day is fairly easy to do. I think there were 1 or 2 days which were just annoying, like day 4 part 2, and day 20 part 2 was not easy to do. And I think there were 1 or 2 other days that were a bit difficult. There was one other that took me a long time. If I'm only 2 times slower than PC, I'm pretty fast. But you're still slower. Also, there's another human element here that has to write the code, and you're still implying that you're slower than Nitro plus computer. Yeah, so I can recommend doing a lot of days that are, like today is fairly simple. It's a bit of messing with unions, a bit of messing with sets, and there have been other days like that. Oh, hey, look, Nitro, that's me, not me, actually. This is me. Look at that, straight line almost. These are part 1, part 2, so you can see like here, 19.1, 19.2, 21, 22, and then... Day 19 is awful, day 20, part 2 is awfully boring. Day 20, I don't see how today's part 2 is meant to be challenging. Because even if you haven't kept track of that, it's your win condition, basically, to know that you filled all allergens. So you're basically taking, oh, do your win condition, do like 1 extra operation. Like part 2 was, what, 2 lines for me? It's nothing. And I assume it was, yeah, even doing it manually, it's super fast. It needed much, yeah, I did. I agree that it needed a much bigger input here. Part 2 is literally, besides this, because I think I can already sort it inside, actually. Yeah, I think I could even do, don't even need to do this, I can just do... I think we can just do this. You can do... Sort and checked. Oh yeah, no, I know why. You can't sort. Sort sets, of course. Isn't the set sorted automatically already? Ugh, fucking. Can you not do CP? Yeah, you can. I just don't do it. I think I can do it without this. Let me quickly check, because I think it's actually already sorted lexicographically. Yeah, it is. Visual Studio's a heap of ass. It's alright. The thing is, I have my VS Code set up for Hearts of Iron 4 modding, so it's a kind of a pain, and I'd like to keep my workspaces there. They need to redo it instead of fixing a broken piece as well. I wouldn't exactly know what's wrong with it, because I haven't used it that much. But I'll take your word for it. Yeah, it's about 8 milliseconds. Oh, seems to be 15 sometimes, but there we go. Do it in code blocks like a man. No. Yeah, so this is literally part 2. It's literally a single line. That's it. It's not really interesting. And if you have it in a vector, you need to sort it. Oh no. It's super difficult, and like every single library does it. But yeah. I wonder who was doing his days a little bit later. It's kind of interesting to see how, like, who keeps up and who doesn't. Like, okay, you see that everyone was keeping up, like, the 3 of us, and Marvin and Dennis as well, were keeping up pretty well over the days. And then it's like, yeah, everyone fucks up here. Except for Dennis, who just does it delayed, but yeah. Wait, am I... Huh, I overtook Hamster. Oh, yeah, no, that's not... If Hamster does day 19 and 20, he'll overtake me easily. To actually stay ahead of him, I'd need to like get first place, and he'd need to get like 4th. Not that the points matter at all. Anyway, Jagger, if you want to do the days, I implore you to. It's fun. You can talk about it on my Discord. Well, this is kind of neat. Yeah, so these are all the same ingredients that have nuts in them. Oh, kind of works. You use Reddit solutions. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I don't mind that. I personally, if I don't solve like one of the last days, I'll just try to look at Reddit and get ideas from there and solve it on my own. But I'm not against this. It's not a competition. You can't get first place unless you like wake up at 4 AM of the overall leaderboard at least. So I need to get up at 6 in the morning, and even then I would be too slow. Like I've done, like let me take a look at my personal stats. I think leaderboard, personal stats. Here we go. So even when I woke up in the morning, it took me like 30 minutes, right? That is with, I think this was with wrestling. Here, even this day, like 20 minutes, 6,000 plays. This includes a lower wrestling with IO. 3,000 plays after half an hour after it unlocks. And I am not a good programmer by a long shot. Like, if I was smart, I'd do it in... do it in Python and have a ton of like these speed coders, they have all their IO processing set up already in like any different form. So they just look at the form of the input and do it. And there's a whole other crap, a lot of stuff they do. You can even see if we go to the solutions of today, it took them probably 10 minutes or so. 16 minutes before the first 100 people were done. Yes, you are too late. I just finished. Well, finished like 20 minutes ago. Imagine preparing, yeah. I think the fastest people are usually doing it in Python. Want to take a look at that? At least Olympic programming allows external libraries. I think, this guy, Python, I'm pretty sure. AOC 2020. Where's his library? I think he did it in Python, yeah. Oh, this is golfing, that doesn't count, repositories. Here we go. Oh, that's golfing as well. Doesn't count. Bah. I know a few of the other guys do it in like Nah, I guess they're not committing it. Oh well. I know that when I look at like the here, like the people with Python are usually the fastest. Python makes it about solving the problem of dealing with the language. I can't imagine doing AOC without it. For me, it's a little bit of both. I am doing AOC in C++ because I want to learn the language. I know that I'm not fast enough to do the speed coding. I don't care about that. I like the puzzles, and because I know I can solve most of the puzzles. I'm just using it to learn another tool. I did last year and the year before that in Python, and that went fine. Participated in 4 ICPC quarterfinals and semifinals. I never did the coding, just the solving. Oh. Yeah, I'm guessing that it makes sense. I won't use that they don't allow external libraries, which makes sense. How ridiculous! Oh, you want to get ridiculous one-liners? This guy makes his Advent of Code. So this is the guy that's on top of the leaderboard, and he does Advent of Code golfing, and these are his solutions. I mean, in Python, you can get pretty ridiculous with one-liners. It's pretty neat, but especially with list comprehension. Python is great for that. Using it to learn the language is also a great reason not to use Python. I've used Python a lot. This is a golfing language. Which is called, I don't know, what is it called? Like Paradox or something? Paradox with a C. Yeah, Paradox. What is a golf? It is their golfing languages, yeah. Golfing languages are awful. I really dislike them. It's impressive what you can do with them, but it's yeah. They're unreadable. I know dialogue. I know I'm pronouncing it right, but screw you. I know dialogue is used a lot, and it's great for this, but ugh. Oh, use Z3, yeah. Z3 is really fast. I've used it last year, I think. Just using a solver. Yeah, I've come across Z3 last time. I was like, it was really, I think it was one of my days I needed help from Discord to solve it, and they used Z3, and I was like, this is magic. I just don't understand it. Ah, here we go. Dialog APL. It's a fucking mess, and I hate it. It's also, you read it from right to left, which I don't like at all. Is that an alien? This is dialogue. Oh yeah, so if you want to do a comment, just we use this character. Like, why would you use this character? Oh, it's all real. So this is like read this in nget and then split it into lines and then put it in p. You still need to feed the given into it. So yeah, Z3 is not very easy to use because from what I've seen personally, it's like you first have to really put your data into the right format and then push it in, and then you get a really weird format out. Anyway, yeah. So it's awful. Yeah, so this is a guy who came very, very high. So here we go. Like, 1, puzzle year 2020 date. Yeah, it's like, oh, there we go. We have the split lines. So this is the splitting. So this is fairly standard. Input parsing. Yeah, this for this stuff. There's even ways you can automatically submit your solution to the site without ever having to enter it. Like, I assume people use that as well. So it just automatically inputs it into the correct day. It's ridiculous. Of course, you need to make sure you don't get the wrong answer, because then you'll be locked out. But yeah, it's pretty smart. So these line of splits. Some word and save word for word and words. Thank you. Try again if you get. Yeah, sure. But like the speed for speed coding, I assume the first people complete it in like a minute or maybe a few. And if you get locked out for another minute, then you're like just kiss your position on the leaderboard goodbye. Because for me, it doesn't matter. Well, my personal times are super high, of course. The lowest ranking that I had was 4,000. Nah, 3,500. I like this one though. It took me an hour to do part 2, but even then, my positions only differed by 3. I think day 20 took some people in the top. Yeah. Day 20 was super slow. Even for the very smart, very fast people. There we go. It was like 1.5 hours, I think. Here we go. 1 hour 13 for the first 100 people. Remember day 7 for Nitro? I don't want to. Day 7 was. Oh yeah. Day 7 was awful. It was fucking horrible. I spent like 4 hours in the morning on that, and I couldn't solve it. And then I just decided to just nuke my entire solution and just do it again in the afternoon. I was like, oh, I'm done in like half an hour. Awful. It was also because my rechecks was wrong there, and I only noticed later. So I spent so much time working with awful rechecking. Anyway, I really need to go. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I might be back later today. I probably will be. I'm going to look up some board games. I'm going to decide which games I'm going to stream from the poll, so vote for that if you haven't yet. Just don't vote for fucking NapNap, please. All for rejects. My rejects worked, but it didn't have the proper recursive capturing in it, so it only would capture the first instance, or the first 2 instances, and the test input only had 2, and my actual input had 3 or more. So I ran into a wall there. Anyway, seems we're going to be playing San Andreas Factorio after I'm done with my normal Angel Bobs and Darkest Dungeon. NapNap might get an honorary victory lap before it gets taken out behind the shed. Anyway, cheers. See you guys later.